Oh, the weather outside is frightful, and your concrete is feeling spiteful. And that's because winter and concrete just don't share the same holiday spirit, especially when that concrete hasn't been protected. So in this video, we're gonna cover the variety of issues damaging your concrete, how those issues are leading to other issues, and of course, how to prepare your concrete for cold weather to make your spirits bright. Hey, I'm Josh with the Concrete Channel, and as temperatures fluctuate below and above freezing, your concrete is constantly freezing and thawing, and that process is known as a freeze-thaw cycle. And that's pretty on the nose if you ask me, Rudolph. Now, a good majority of the Midwest can experience these cycles over 100 times per winter. And when something happens over 100 times, that's either a really good thing or a really bad thing. And in this case, that number of freeze-thaw cycles is often the primary cause of damage to unprotected concrete. And I'm not just talking about the surface of the concrete slab, I'm also talking about inside and under it. Concrete is porous, which means that it easily absorbs water. So when water enters those pores and freezes and thaws over and over, the concrete's pores will then begin to pop. This begins to break down the concrete's integrity, which then exposes more surface area to potential cracking, damage, and even moving the slab out of place, creating trip hazards. So let's take a look at what that means. The term heaving is when the soil underneath and the contents within shrink or expand, causing your slab to move slightly. Factors like the type of soil in your area and the amount of moisture or clay content in it can cause the concrete to rise or heave up out of its original place. Concrete spalling is when the surface begins to flake and chip away, leaving behind a rough-looking patch. Similarly, concrete pitting is when small holes or pits form as a result of deterioration. So if your concrete has reached this point, it is virtually impossible to reverse or stop the damage from worsening due to the exposed interior. Now, that popping I was talking about that takes place in freeze-thaw cycles can also lead to small hairline cracks that can grow in size as more water makes its way into the crevice. Not only are cracks unsightly, they can give water a direct path to the soil beneath the concrete and leave you facing all of these problems at once. The best ways to mitigate that damage have to take place before cold weather's arrival, but it can be fairly simple. Prevent water from entering the concrete's pores. You can do that by caulking existing cracks, joints, and breaks, which adds a layer of protection for the soil beneath your concrete slab. But this solution may actually introduce the possibility of pooling water if that water has nowhere to go, and we don't want that. So this is where leveling uneven concrete gets even more important. Remember, our ultimate goal is to give water somewhere to flow that isn't on, in, or under your slabs. Dirty concrete often includes residue that holds moisture and sometimes mold, adding to the list of reasons to direct that water anywhere else. So doing things like pressure washing, also known as concrete cleaning, helps eliminate a range of hazards caused by a dirty surface and provides a clean slate to apply a penetrating sealer. Your concrete will look pretty good too. We break down the difference between various concrete sealers in another video, but right now we're going to talk about high quality penetrating sealers. These sealers fill the pores within the concrete so that water can't. It also creates a water barrier that causes water and other liquids to stay on the surface and run off the slabs. If you decide to take care of your concrete by caulking, cleaning, and sealing before the winter season, they're going to have a huge impact on your concrete's lifespan. But there are also solutions that can be done throughout the winter seasons. One is redirecting your water spouts. Sometimes the design of your home's gutter system and downspouts are actually the reason your concrete has deteriorated or settled as quickly as it has. Take the time to consult with a professional for various solutions, or at the very least, install some downspout extensions yourself and get that water away from your concrete. Adding soil around the edges of your concrete slabs may not be as effective as some of the other solutions, but it definitely helps in directing water away from the concrete. For some of you, throwing de-icer or salt on your concrete is the solution to keeping ice off the surface altogether. That's how I used to do it anyways, but we actually don't recommend going this route. So much so that we decided it needed its own video. So to catch our breakdown on that controversial topic and other concrete content, make sure to subscribe to the channel. For now, let's take a moment to reflect on what happens to concrete in cold weather. Freeze-thaw cycles happen a lot. Water enters the pores, repeatedly freezes and thaws, and then it pops, potentially leading to concrete spalling, pitting, cracking, and heaving. The list goes on. And the best ways to be proactive in mitigating these issues is through cleaning, sealing, and caulking your concrete and existing gaps before your heater starts working overtime. That's a crucial part of this. You can absolutely do some or all of these yourself, but I'd say it's important enough to warrant finding a professional in your area for an expert opinion. Or you can stay here and watch some of our other videos here on the channel for tips and tricks to protecting your concrete all year round. I'm Josh with the Concrete Channel. Thanks for watching.